Well, I'm on the farm today. Today I'm going to be working with the Model 50 Massey Ferguson. If it'll start. So what we're going to do is we're going to weaponize this Massey 50 with the Model 32 Massey Ferguson Sickle Mower. And I've been using this stabilizer bracket as a top link because somehow I managed to lose the top link to this tractor. I'll tell you a little more about this thing here in just a minute. And I went to Tractor Supply and I bought a new one. I didn't want to. It's the cost of one losing their mind. Let me see if I can get this thing on. What'll happen is we get that on there and the original top link that I had will turn up along with probably 2 or 3 others that have been misplaced down through the years. Let me speak to this top link a little bit. When you buy these things from Tractor Supply or whoever, one end of it is straight just like that. The other end is actually bent. It's actually bent like, try to do this. It's actually bent. Holy smoke. Roll it over this way. I don't have any fancy Hollywood props. I just got to use a hay bale on my finger here. It's bent in like that. But on this Massey, whether we're running a bush hog or something else, the stabilizer bracket really needs to come straight out. We don't need a crook in it. So what we did is we put this thing in a big vise. Actually, we put it in a vise down here, and then we got a giant crescent wrench and tugged on it a little bit, and it straightened right up. I thought it might break, but it didn't. But we need to get this thing hooked up. And I'm running out of daylight. Alright, after just a little bit of a wrestling match, I got this sickle mower on, but it's completely out of adjustment. I need to ratchet that stabilizer bracket so that this drive shaft is parallel with the drawbar. And then I need to let that out so that it's sitting somewhat vertical. And depending on how the blade lays on the ground, I'll go back even further to pitch it up just a little bit if I need to. But let me continue to work. So I'm kind of going by memory here. I need to get my manual. I'll get that thing out tonight. And I do remember that this mast needs to be vertical. And there's a distance to the pin. I want to say it's like 20 inches. I can't remember. And pretty sure that that shoe right there does not ride on the ground. Obviously this one does. And you know, you can, by adjusting that top length, and I've got it turned back just a little bit to pitch these blades up just a little bit so you can kind of see the cut. It's about to get dark on me here, but I'm gonna crank it up. It's got grease in it. It's been greased from earlier in the year, and I'll re-grease everything, but just kind of tinker around here. I'll crank this thing up, and I might try to mow a little. Might try to mow a few stick weeds over there. It'll probably jam up because it's been rain up here, and but this has been a great sickle mower on this farm, and I've got videos on it. If you go back far enough, you can see me mowing some hay with it. Well, let me try to crank it up. I'm gonna go out in this orchard and try to get something thick like those lamb's quarters. Maybe it'll cut it and it won't clog like it probably would on this wet grass. Alright, this may be a complete and total flop, but I'm going to try it. It clogged, of course, but what'll happen is if you run it too long with a clog, it'll break the breakaway mechanism, and the sickle mower will break back like that. Kind of playing around here today. Trying to get it to wipe some of that grass off. clear the grass off of it, and I'll try to mow a little strip right up through here just for kicks. Alright, I got it cleared off, and while I'm here I'll walk over and see where it cut. You know, we've got my great-grandfather's old mowing size, and but you can see it cut that. But I used to think, you know, everybody talks about how sucky a sickle mower is, but you know, I would think that when the sickle mower came to the farm, it was a revolutionary thing. You were like my great-grandfather and doing it by hand. Let's get it going again and see if I can peel down through there a little bit. One thing with the sickle mower, it's kind of an art, you know. It has to be set up right, and the sickle sections down on the ledgers, it's a scissor is what it is, and if you have a scissor that's got a gap in it, it doesn't cut paper very good. It's the same way with grass. And then there's a certain speed you need to go so that the grass doesn't have a chance to bunch up in front of it. It gets cut and then falls over the back. So I'm gonna try again. Again, I'm just kind of playing around, and I might set this thing on the hood and see if we get a little better picture of the sickle mower. Well, I got it back on the fender. That didn't work. Get the PTO kicked in again. My apologies if this is tedious, but it actually it did pretty good on that run. I realized it jammed up, but we'll go back and look at where it cut, and it's not a complete and total jam up, but when it's dry, man, that thing will cut. That's a cutting machine. And if the conditions are right, you know, second cutting hay, leafy hay like this, I think is a little more difficult with a sickle mower. But in first cutting stemmy hay, you can make some pretty good speed with a sickle mower if it's cutting right and it's plenty dry. We got some obstacles down in this orchard where I don't want to take my hay equipment, but I guess if it was dry, I could probably use this thing to trim around this orchard. I know a lot of people have done that over the years at different places. This video is going a lot longer than what I'd planned, but I think it's kind of interesting. And of course, this swath board, the purpose of this thing is to rake the hay out of the way, and so that when you come back for your second run, you see how it's cleared out through there, almost like turning sod over. And the purpose of that is when you come back through on your second run, this shoe has got a place to land that it won't jam up in hay. But so, I mean, it doesn't look like that's cut right there, but it is all the way across this. It's a 7-foot cut, so it's not like I'm getting and obviously if it's clear across there, then what I got right in here is cut and clean as well. And you can see that. You can see that sickle mower is making a clean cut. Well, as clean as I guess it could. All the way across here. So, you know, I started, it's just a short run, but you know, I started down here, and I started right in here. Now right there, it doesn't look like it's cut, right? That's standing, it looks like it's standing right there, just like it is over there. But if I take my foot, I can push it away. So, I don't know. That's one of the, it's nice to have the sickle mower and not need it. This sickle mower has it's got a breakaway on it. And this spring right here and that little clasp, if you hit something hard, or you like just completely jam this thing up with you know, with grass and plug it, it'll break away. And when it does, it doesn't swing 90 degrees out. It swings the length of this chain, which is hooked on right here with this 3-point linkage. So I'm gonna kind of call it a video, and I hope you've enjoyed this little experiment setting up the Model 50. I want to say this mower might be a 64. It's a Model 32. I might think the year make might be 1964. I'm not real sure. I might be completely wrong on that. And this is a 1962 Model 50. So I'll be taking some videos of it, and hope you enjoyed the video. And we'll talk to you again.